Can Austin do it again? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
Three games decided, three more to come this wild card weekend. And off we go on this fine Sunday. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Second down and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On second down, they'll run. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. They'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This one complete right side. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his big tight end for the score. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point is good. And the visitors will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by a former Baylor Bear, their rookie at quarterback.
When they turned his name in on that card on draft night, Mike, I think they knew he had a chance to be something special, but I don't think anybody imagined that it would happen this quickly. I mean, to have your team hosting a playoff game in your very first season, that's not an easy thing to do for any quarterback, let alone a rookie. But for them to go from being a nice story to a true contender, he's going to have to elevate his game even more, because on this stage, the lights are brighter, the stakes are magnified. One bad decision could be the difference between moving on and going home.
His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down. Throwing now from the gun. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw yet again. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. And he'll take it on in for the touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The extra point is good, and his guys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
A gain there of 11, and that will be a 1st down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Slot receiver headed right. They'll throw out of the gun. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So after 1, here on Super Wild Card Weekend, it's a 3-point game here early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the... And now, after that last play, the challenge flag is out, and we will get a review right here. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just 1 challenge for the remainder of the game. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. The open man is Coleman. He's got it. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
That first and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation...
And he's in. Touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And his guys are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. That's out to Brown, right side, complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He runs with it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
3rd and long. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And now the punting unit will come up. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Here's 1st and 10. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's a toss, right side. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. He gets free. And he will take this one in. 88 yards. It is a touchdown. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys are out to a 21-10 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get this up close to a first down, working it to the 33-yard line. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They put the tight end Brown in motion. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to the air one more time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Higgins. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this stays a 2-score game.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He'll drop to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll air one out for Higgins. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This game 2 of our triple header here on Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. We'll begin in the Alamo city of San Antonio, Texas, where you see the final score there. 14-7, the final score. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to throw. Now he'll run. Now a timeout for injury. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Here comes the jet sweep. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will go all the way. Has a touchdown. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. Slot man in motion left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Over the last couple seasons, Mike, we've seen that safety position turn into a positionless type player, and I think you just saw why. It's hard to keep track of them all the time. They're fast, aggressive, and in this case, they go unaccounted for, results in a sack.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. Finding Higgins. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card round. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
That one is good. And the visitors are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now, faking the give. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll try to hit him with a screen. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Going right sideline and complete. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Up the middle they go. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
3rd and 5. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught. What a throw for the score. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This team's offense getting set to get back to work. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And that ball incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Here now, 3rd and 5. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. This is taken at the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. A throw right side is intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They motion the slot man left. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Give up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Third down and 9. Brings up third down and 9. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to be taken down. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. It is brought in the end zone for the touchdown. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So now this team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and but most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. He'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now he'll run it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the air one more time. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Throwing now from the gun. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. There's that man again. Another catch. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll stick with him again. He'll get this up to the 30, about a yard or so short of the 1st down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the 1st down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll send their tight end left. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still 1st down.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host a game in the divisional round. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.